off the record, because I know we don't have the latitude of time to just keep speaking. If you look at Article 22, Article 19, Article 20, 21, and 22 of the Constitution, it tells you that every officer of government enforcing this Constitution must observe those values. It is possibly an academic treatise we might have one day, whether you should have the right to interpret the Constitution as a judge or interpret it as restricted by the Magistrates Administration Act. But I think it is important to know that every officer, while exercising their authority wherever they sit, whether they are judicial officers or non-judicial officers, they must uphold and promote the Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Omoiga. It's a response, no rejoinder.
Yes, Your Honor, the issues which I've raised at the Army Councils.
Yes.
Your Honor, the defense is
Yes.
the issues which are according to Thomas constitutional issues, Your Honor. To begin with, Your Honor, the accused persons are not state witnesses in this matter. The prosecution has more than 40 witnesses, Your Honor. And the statement, Your Honor, was applied in time. To be specific, the first time I supplied statement was on 18th July this year. And I supplied the same to Mr. Mungiki via WhatsApp, Your Honor, which is more recognized for service. And if the court wants evidence, I can take the same before court, because my phone is here with me. So the issue of the accused persons, Your Honor, being
Not raising an objection, but a correction.
Your Honor, I'm on
A correction if one colleague is speaking, you sit down.
Mr. Ndubi.
No. I just want to point one thing. It's important that our youngsters learn.
Mr. Ndubi.
Yes, sir.
Let's with a lot of respect.
We respect each other. I
Yes,
am respecting.
first,
All I am saying,
Mr. Ndubi, allow me to speak. Thank you.
all I am saying, he cannot purport that he served documents on WhatsApp.
Mr. Ndubi, with a lot of respect, right? May I also be allowed to say something?
Please.
Yes, Mr. Ndubi, I have a lot of respect to you. You're a senior counsel, so to say. And I made some observation, whether right or wrong, and I really wish that we be orderly and we act within the procedures, right? And also we be mindful of the language. Mr. Ndubi, it's quite disappointing when I hear you refer to a prosecutor as a fellow. That is, it's not right. Let's treat one another with respect. We are officers of this court. We use the language that is permitted within the court. And let's operate within the provided procedure. Is making a response, you'll have a chance to do a rejoinder.
Can you allow me to apologize?
It's okay. I just pointed
I
it
want
out.
to apologize and shake his hand and say, all I wanted to say was that he cannot say that he made he served documents on WhatsApp, because the documents were served on email yesterday on Sunday. That's all. I apologize. I apologize for my unfriendly language,
Yes.
but
Sorry.
we are friends. I will buy him tea when we leave here.
Okay, Mr. Omwinga. shall we
Your
proceed?
Honor, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Your Honor, the first time I served the document was on 18th July this
Yes,
year,
that is recorded.
and I served via WhatsApp to my landed senior, Mr. Ndeki,
Yes.
and I personally called him to confirm that I received the statement, Your Honor. And on Friday last week, Your Honor, I resent the documents because I knew that these issues were going to come up. And the council acknowledged the receipt of the same and requested that I tell him the number of witnesses, Your Honor, we were going to affect. And there is evidence of that communication with my senior. So the issue of the defense being ambushed does not arise, Your Honor. They had all the documents in time to prepare their defense, and if they are not prepared, they should ask the court that they grant them more time to prepare, but not to blame the prosecution for lack of preparedness. Your Honor, another issue which has been raised is regarding a similar matter pending in Nairobi. No material, Your Honor, has been placed before you. I have not been served with the purported case in Nairobi. And clearly that's another attempt, Your Honor, to prevent the instant trial from going on. Your Honor, the issue of jurisdiction has been raised, and it's my humble submission that this honorable court has jurisdiction to try this matter which is properly before you, Your Honor. Another issue, Your Honor, which has been raised is the issue of the judgeship being defective for reason that does not have particulars, Your Honor. Your Honor, if the court can remember clearly, these issues were raised when we were last before court, and the court directed, properly so, that those are matters which should be raised within the trial, Your Honor. And with the defense's request, Your Honor, for time to file a purported High Court case, Your Honor, it's my humble submission that the defense has had enough time. If they wanted to file any reference in High Court, they have had enough time to do so, and they have not done so. So, Your Honor, clearly this is an attempt to delay the instant trial, and the reasons which have been given to the court are not sufficient. And I humbly request the court to direct that the matter proceeds for hearing as scheduled, because the date was taken by consent, Your Honor. And the prosecution has witnesses. And as a matter of fact, Your Honor, I have earlier supplied the name of the witnesses who are present to my learned senior Ndeki. And he has not mentioned that, which means that's another of misleading this honorable court. Having said that, Your Honor, I request that, Your Honor, you exercise the powers which you have under the Constitution to enable this trial proceed in an orderly manner and in accordance with the law. That's all.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Njenga.
just a quick report on legal issues.
Yes.
Your Honor, we are brothers in this process as stakeholders.
Yes.
So we have tremendous respect for our colleagues. And this is not just a pedantic application, it is an application for the application of the constitutional principles, which is a constitutional question, and which we have said you have jurisdiction. So, Your Honor, it is true we have been served documents by the prosecution, but owing to technology, we had not printed them. We printed them about 36 hours away. That's when we realized that actually the witnesses are the accused persons. Then on the issue of jurisdiction, which my learned colleague has said, Your Honor, the question we have raised is not about the interpretation of the Constitution, but rather the application of the Constitution. So we believe you have jurisdiction to handle the issues raised. The issue of charge sheet and delay in filing an application, I will allow my learned colleague endeavor to respond to it.
You know, I join issues with the submissions of my learned senior, and accordingly apologize to counsel for the DPP. You know, like it has been submitted, our issue is very small for purposes of court's ability to decipher it.
Yes.
Whether or not the trial before you is a legal trial, well-founded within the provisions of the Constitution as submitted earlier, and whether by the fact that the accused persons have provided statements in support of the DPP's case, whether the trial is contaminated with legal impurities. And if the trial is contaminated, then what is the remedy available in this particular case? And subsequently, Your Honor, if the court finds the legal improprieties, can the court apply the doctrines of severance? Can it say that this is good, this is bad? Or it will be garbage in, garbage out. That is the purest case that we want you to determine. Notwithstanding the issues of charge sheet, that is not what we are asking to determine. The legal proprieties or improprieties, the iniquities, do they contaminate the trial? As submitted under Article 50, Article 10, Article 20, as submitted by my senior learned counsel, Mr. Ndubi, Article 159 of the Constitution, and the question of the DPP's abuse of office. Is this a trial under Section 5, Section 6, and Section 8 of the ODPP's Act that is pursuing public interest? Or is it a mischievous trial that is intended to attain other ends? That is all what we invite you Honor to take a determination on. We so rest our case with you.
If you allow me to say this off record, I do not intend you to write what I'm saying. This country has come from very far. We have been through this experience many years ago. Both in Nakuru, I practiced a little bit here, I practiced a lot in Mombasa, I practiced a lot in Nairobi, and we have gone through this kind of experience where abuse of power is rampant. Let the court put its foot down. That's all. And may I once again apologize to my colleague if not if I think I offended him. I must say sorry. I apologize to the court. I say sorry. I apologize to the audience. I say sorry, the public. I apologize to my God.
Very well, very well. Thank you. On behalf of everyone, apologies accepted.
Yes.
Very well, I'll consider your application and give a ruling in an hour's time. We meet at 11:30.
We're most obliged.
Most